This is literally how I focus my camera. Oi, stay, dog. Beautiful focusing. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If this is a returning visit, thank you so much for coming back and watching yet another video. And if you've never been here before, then welcome. This is my YouTube channel where we have some fun and we learn a lot of like really good stuff that you can take into your life and put it to use. We don't play silly buggers here. Yes, we do. Alright, down you get. Please, I love you, but I gotta do this, okay? Okay, come on, look, there's a rug right here. Oh, do you want to be in this video? Okay. Before I get into it, I have changed my background because I rearranged my room. So my room tour video is what my old room used to look like, and now this is what my room looks like. So I've changed my filming area purely because I want it to be somewhere that is obviously relevant to where I live in now, and also something that I'm really vibing in, and I fully vibe off this area. Like, I get so much happiness from this area, so I want to bring my happiness that I get and bring it to you guys. The next step is obviously getting Trey off my lap because this is distracting. Come on, down. Thank you. Honestly, I just wanted an environment that was like chill, that was comfortable, and that was relaxing enough for the both of us, so me and you, because you guys have to watch my videos, so I want you to be as comfortable as I am when I have to shoot them. And I also want to start making videos that are a lot more chilled, like not so scripted, not so pressured, and not so like, oh my god, I have to get a video out, let's get it out just because. I'm fully not that kind of person, and I'm fully about doing things that I believe in and that I'm motivated to do. Today I'm quite sick. I'm probably as sick as I have been for a very, very long time. I am a mixture between hay fever and the flu. So I'm blocked up, I sound like a man, and I don't know, it is what it is. But at the same time, I'm happy and I'm still doing stuff with my day at this point. So I'm making the most of a sick day right now. So I read a blog post yesterday or the day before, and the blog post was called 50 Ways Happier and More Successful People Live on Their Own Terms. And I've reworded that into 50 things that you can do that will improve your happiness. This blog post was written on a website called, I'm going to sneeze. That is not the website. The website's called, it's really weird too, so just note this, journal.thriveglobal.com. So this specific blog post was written by Benjamin P. Hardy, and I came across it on Facebook when someone had actually shared it. I'm sorry, but this is not glamorous. My eyelash is coming off on the outer corner. It is what it is, and it's not even like just slightly, it's like dramatically half off my eye, but I just don't care. So basically what I did was I took this blog post and started writing out in my journal, which is in front of me, some of the things as I was reading them that I wanted to start doing. And I also made a separate list of things that I've actually started doing already, which was really cool because I could see that things that I had started doing like improvements, and they're changes that I've actually made and disciplined myself enough to do in order to maintain happiness, and they do work. So I thought, why not just do like a list of all the ones that stand out to me, the ones that seem easiest or the ones that seem like anyone can do them, also ones that I want to start doing like I had said before, and make a video on them. Because little things like this, I think, you know, you might only take one or two things from this, but it's still one or two things that you never knew before. So I don't know, why not just do that? So let's get into it. This is going to be a long video. What's new? So this blog post was about 50 things. I obviously didn't take all 50 things because that's a really fucking lot. I did take most of them. So the first tip was meditating, and they suggested that you meditate 3 times a day. In the morning, where you do a morning meditation and you are planning how to get motivated, basically. You're motivating yourself. The second meditation would be in the afternoon, and you would meditate and evaluate and strategize how you're going to basically tackle the day and how you're going to get things done. And the third and final meditation would be in the evening, where you do a meditation and you evaluate and reflect on your day. So basically you evaluate and reflect everything that you've done, the things that you were planning to do? Did you do them? How did you do them? Did you do them well or not? Etc, etc. You know, what can you do better? So I meditate once a day, but I would really like to start meditating more, and I think this is a really good plan to be able to do that and to do it effectively. So I really want to take that one on board, and that's why it's my number one. The next step is read at least one book per week. And I thought this was a really good idea because reading books is actually, like, it's a really good thing to do. You learn so much, you're using your brain's active, you know, you're doing things that are keeping you knowledgeable, you know. And I think that I never used to like reading books. I hated reading books, but lately I've been reading books even if they're just small, even if they're thin. I can't read big novels because they bore me too much. I like to read things that have actual knowledge behind them that I can put to use in my everyday life, or things that I know that are going to inspire me and motivate me. So I think by reading at least one book, and a non-fiction book, not a fiction book, but you can read a fiction book if you like, but I specifically think that I would like to read a non-fiction one because then I can learn more, and if I'm doing it once a week, then I should be learning quite a bit on a regular basis. The next step is going to bed early and waking up early. So this is pretty straightforward, and you're probably like, really, this is not a really great tip, but it's a really great tip, honestly. I used to go to bed at like 2 to 4 o'clock in the morning, like 2 to 4 a.m. in the morning, and I would get up around 2 to 4 in the afternoon. It was the most unhealthy routine that I had ever gotten myself into, and the fact that I let myself get into that, I'm so disappointed in myself, but it's fine because it happened back then, and the only thing I can do right now is to change that, and I have changed that completely. I will go to bed now around 8:30. I am by that time so tired that I just want to go to bed and I just want to relax and I just want to wind down and just go to sleep and have a nice deep sleep. So that way when I wake up in the morning at 7 o'clock on the dot, because my alarm goes off every single morning at 7 o'clock, I am up, I am out of bed, and I like to spend my first hour not even touching my phone. I leave my phone where it is unless I have to turn my alarm off. I then leave my phone and go to the kitchen. I will have a breakfast and I will have a coffee as well. And then that's how I do my morning. And then come 8 o'clock, I'll come into my room, check my phone, clean my room, and then I get my day going. If you are that person that wakes up and checks their phone, you will probably notice that you become quite unmotivated to not do anything. You'll be laying in bed, you'll be endlessly scrolling, you'll be reading other people's problems and complaints all over Facebook, and you'll be seeing people's posts about breakups all over Instagram. And you know, if that's the first thing that you let your brain see in the morning, then you're already setting your tone of your day to not even be that successful, because you're already filling your mind with these negative things that happen, and it's inevitable because social media, that's what you're going to see. So what do you expect? If you just let that go for like an hour, let your brain wake up by itself and let your body and mind come to its own terms of what it wants to do today and how it wants to feel today, then I think that's a more natural way of just understanding yourself more than letting other people's lives affect yours and your mood. Shit, that was really smart. So this next step, it really fully ties into the previous step. It's just a basic knowledge of getting enough sleep. Like, you should be getting at least 7 hours sleep, because yes, we can run on 4 hours sleep, but we won't be running to the best of our ability, and we definitely won't be feeling energized. We'll be feeling probably overtired. So yeah, the energy will be there, but you're going to crash so hard that you're going to be so dead to the world in the next few days if you let that happen. So basically, I like to make sure that I'm getting a minimum of 7 hours sleep, and I think that for me this is easy because I work from home. I'm fully chilled out in my little abode, and that's it. But for people that study, people that work full-time jobs, people that, you know, have jobs or go to uni or school out of their homes, like most people, you will definitely lose a lot of sleep and probably, you know, have late nights and think, it's alright if I have a late night a few times a week and then get up really early, it's all good, I'll just sleep it off later. But like, I think that you should respect your body and your mind enough to give it what it needs to be the best that it can be. And by depriving yourself of sleep, you are never going to get in front, because you're always going to be so tired. You're always going to be not working at your 110%. You're always going to be feeling sluggish. And don't you think that just being fresh and energized is the best way to approach anything? And especially if you're going to work and you have to be professional, or if you're going to uni and you have to actually learn, because you put yourself in uni to learn, right? So it's one thing to go to uni, but it's another thing to actually learn and take from it too. And I think a very good way of getting in front and actually understanding what you need to know is by definitely giving yourself the sleep that you deserve. This next point scares me a lot. If you don't know who Tony Robbins is and you really enjoy the life path and spiritual shit that I talk about, then please go check out Tony Robbins, because he is amazing. I'm not going to explain to you who he is, because this is not what this video is about, but check him out. He's rad and he'll teach you a lot of stuff. But where I'm getting at is he suggests getting up and going for a cold shower the first thing in the morning is the best thing that you can do in order to wake up and feel good about yourself. And every single morning, and as it says in my little journal, he jumps into a 57-degree Fahrenheit swimming pool, which is 13.8 degrees Celsius. He literally submerges himself in a cold pool every morning. And the reason that he says that is because it does improve your happiness. Because have you ever gotten under a cold shower and like had no control over laughing because like it's that cold that you're like, holy shit, and it's so exciting for a second because you can feel your whole body like just building up of something, and you end up just like, I don't know, it's a happy experience, even though it's kind of like a really crazy experience at the same time. It's actually said that it can treat some like symptoms and signs of depression, in the sense that it does actually make you feel really good for a second. It makes you laugh for a second, or it makes you smile, or it makes you feel emotion other than feeling sad. It legitimately releases like mood boosting chemicals, neurochemicals that make you feel happy. Like, it's a science. And then you would realize as well, like after you give it some time in the shower, you can just chill out for a bit and you can actually take it, and you feel very quite like solid and very quite like, yes, like I'm handling this. It's hard, but I'm handling it, and you're very focused. That's a sick way to be right in the morning, I think. Like that's a lot to put your brain and your mind and your body to the test, but if you can get over that, which you will, I think you're going to be able to like leave that bathroom by the end of it feeling like a whole brand new person. I don't know, I feel like it's got some great intentions behind it. The next step is a really, really good step, and it says, it's not even a step, it's a point. The next point is a really good point for me, because I am very much the person that won't say yes to anything unless I fully like want to do it. And I said that to you at the start of this video, right? So this is just like a whole nother example. Say no to people, obligations, requests, and opportunities you're not interested in from now on. The reason that I like this one is because I was actually in a situation where I had said yes to an opportunity that I thought, yeah, I might be able to do this. And by the time that I actually went and tried to do it, I realized when I got there that the situation wasn't what I thought it was. And I had realized that that's not what I wanted anymore. And I had no obligation to have to be there. I didn't owe anything to anyone. I didn't sign anything. I wasn't getting paid or anything, you know. But even if I was, I didn't want to be there or didn't want to do what was asked of me. So I bailed. I just said, look, I'm sorry, but I'm not doing this because it's not for me. My heart and soul's not in it. You know, I can't be the person that you want me to be at this point. So catch. There was a really good quote that I read from this blog post as well, and it said, a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity is irrelevant if it's the wrong opportunity. Like, how real is that? That for me was like, yo, that was the wrong opportunity for me, and I bailed out of that because, yeah, it was a great opportunity, but it had nothing that was going to benefit me from that. And as selfish as that sounds, sometimes you need to be selfish. If you don't feel comfortable in a situation and you're not benefiting from it, then you have every right to just get out and go. Don't take a job that you don't want. Don't go study something that you don't want to study. Don't do things that you don't want to do, because you are never going to benefit from it if you continue to do things that you're unhappy doing. And believe it or not, most of society literally does that, and that's the saddest thing. And that quote was a quote from Jim Collins in Good to Great. So thank you, Jim Collins, you fucking spoke to me just now. The next step is say thank you every time you are served by someone. Now, I think that this is just something that's so simple that anyone can do at any time that someone's helping you or serving you or anything like that. Just a simple thank you. Gratitude goes such a long way. By you being thankful and honestly feeling grateful for that person for helping you. Law of attraction talk, you're sending out really grateful vibes, and really good vibes are going to come back to you. And as well as making that person feel good, you're actually doing good for yourself as well. So double whammy, why the fuck not? There's nothing more annoying than when you have to work for someone, or you have to do something for someone else and no one thanks you, or that person doesn't thank you. It's like, excuse me mate, not sure who you think you are, but you should always be thanked. So be the difference that you want to see. The next step is something to do with food. So I'm pretty sure I've turned everyone's head on this one. They recommend having 30 grams of protein within like the first hour that you wake up. It does say like 30 minutes, but some said 30 minutes before and some said 30 minutes after. So I'm gonna say the whole hour. Now I know nothing about food, and I know nothing about nutrients, proteins, carbs, none of that. I just put food in my mouth and eat it and digest it. That's it. But it says that by digesting 30 grams of protein in that little bit of time that you've woken up, that protein takes longer to break down, and therefore is going to make you last longer and not feel hungry throughout the day. So you're going to be working off energy that's slowly burning, but it's going to make you last longer too. Whereas if you had just a breakfast that had no nutritional value to it, then it would probably burn off really quick. It could turn to fat, whatever all that is. But it kind of made sense to dum-dum that doesn't know anything about food. So if it makes sense for me, I'm pretty sure it makes sense for everyone. Basically how I like set my standard on things is if I understand it, then everyone can understand it. So foods like organic bacon, cottage cheese, sausages, I don't know why I'm counting, legumes and greens, nuts and seeds. All of those things are all protein based. So research it if you really want to, but yeah, just give yourself a small meal that's protein based and fucking soldier on through your day. Oh, I love this next step. So the next step is listen to audiobooks in 1.5 times faster or 2 times faster. This literally never even like occurred to me that you can do this, because I've listened to audiobooks before and I'd listen and I'm like, yo, like hurry up, like I'm talking for you almost, because I know what you're going to say next because you're talking that slow. By moving that a lot quicker, you're going to be able to, one, learn quicker, but you're also going to hear it quicker and digest it quicker, which means you're going to get through a whole lot more books, a whole lot more quicker than you would if it was just on normal speed. And to be fair, I'm pretty sure everyone's brains can almost work at a little bit faster than what it already is. So why not just challenge yourself and just smash through books and do audiobooks if you don't like reading? Because I love audiobooks. And same kind of thing, like there are so many different books out there that you can learn so much about. So to be able to do it in a quicker way too is just rad. I mean, shit, you could be like the smartest person by next week. That's not true, obviously. The next point is coconut oil, like using coconut oil more throughout your days and your nights, whatever. Coconut oil is so legitimately good for you that you can put it in your hair, on your skin, in your food, in your drinks, in your bath. Like it's so versatile, but it's so good for you at the same time. And that's really why I did write this step down, was because I want to incorporate that more into my life, because it's healthy for you, so why not? The next post is another food kind of post. It's about juicing. It says to juice a few times a week. It's the quickest way of getting the most amount of vegetables and fruits into your system at once. And if you're doing it a few times a week, then you're going to get that regular flow of good shit going into your body. And I don't know, it makes a lot of sense to me. So I really want to try and start doing that more, and start finding juices that I can make that are so simple and so not expensive that anyone can do it. And I will definitely, if I get into this, make a video based on it, because why not? It's a rad idea for sure. The next point is to be genuinely sorry and apologize when you need to be. We are humans and we do make mistakes. None of us are perfect, and sometimes we do things that we're not proud of. But if we can be sincerely apologetic for the things that we did that we do not agree with and that we would necessarily not want done to us, then by being sorry for that is not only letting go of bad vibes and bad energies and problems, you're making it better for the both of you, not just yourself. But that person then feels like, okay, that person knew that they were wrong and they've apologized to me, and I'm grateful for that. I think clearing the air, clearing the tension, and just realizing that yes, we do make mistakes, it's normal, but we need to be sorry for them when they do happen, it'll just make you feel a whole lot better. And trust me, I'm a Scorpio, so I am the #1 queen and not being sorry and being stubborn, but if I can do it, then definitely, once again, so can you. The next step is a great step, and every single person watching this needs to take from this.